When Thomas Jefferson sat along the Potomac, he reflected upon his unabiding faith in freedom as the natural state for all mankind. His commitment to freedom inspired him to write these words: "We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal." When Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. entered the lives of Americans in the 1950s and 60s, he brought with him that same faith and helped to shape the future of a modern America.
It's important to support the legacy of Dr. King. Not for now, but 100 years from now, 200 years from now, right? You go, you know who Abraham Lincoln is, so you have to know who Dr. King is.
Well, I was in school, and I remember they played his speech on the TV in school, and it was because it was his birthday, and it was Martin Luther King Day, and I was overwhelmed with the righteousness and the hope that he infused. Most people, when you see politicians or people talk, they always have an agenda, and his agenda was love and equality.
As a child, I mean, I knew we were celebrating the holiday, and I knew he was an important man, and I was told that by my parents. But even as a kid, I wanted to read about him, and I used to buy books or get books from the library about him because I really was interested and wanted to know more about him. And I was always inspired by him. I always wanted to be like him when I grew up, somebody who made a change and made a difference and made an impact on the world.
What I love about him, what I love about all great heroes, is they pick the worst of times to do the greatest of acts. And let's face it, the 60s was the worst of time for someone that was black to come out and talk about love and peace among all colors. And I love that. I love the fact that he believed that it didn't matter where you came from, what your size was, what your status was, you could make a difference. And that translates into all of our music here tonight. We'll be preaching that same message.
He just wanted everybody to be equal. And that's what we all are. There is only one level. There is only one. Maybe there's two. The one above that would be God. But that's it. People are people. I don't care how much money you earn. I don't care where you're from. I don't care what you do. We're all people. Be a good person. That's what he stood for.
So Martin Luther King influenced everything where we needed support. It made it easy for me to walk in those doors, you know. So and he gave me the courage to do it also. I mean, people didn't feel they were so shocked. So you're the only company? Yes, I am. You know, same way I'm in the jewelry business. There are no African Americans at all. So this next generation felt we deserved it. We didn't even think there was a bigger struggle, but it certainly there was. But we didn't feel it so much because he gave us the courage, and he also opened the door, really.
When we look at people like Oprah, and we look at the various people out there in the world that he did his job and he did it well, and he made the ultimate sacrifice, which was his life for his belief in the principles that he adhered to. And I think his belief in nonviolence and passive resistance was it's a tough sacrifice to make, but it was brilliant, and it worked. It worked for Gandhi, and it worked for Martin Luther King, and you have to respect that.
Happy birthday, Dr. King, and much love to the King family, and much love to those who are committed to fulfilling the dream of Dr. King and Gandhi and other people that lived and died for those principles.
There's so many memorials around the world. That was one thing that it seemed that people agreed on. And I kept feeling that there was a mass feeling for it, that the people wanted it, therefore it was going to happen. I knew it could happen, and in time it would happen.
For the first time in this country's history, this great land, this mall, will be diversified, and a sense of pride, number one. But number two, also the ideals for which Dr. King stood for. So that's why we have democracy, hope, justice, and love there. We want them to be a place of serenity. When you come through here, we want it to be surreal so that you can actually see, ponder, and think about what Dr. King would have done, but more than what Dr. King means today to all of us who have never met him, and for the future. We want people to come and see this memorial. But also, we believe this is a people's memorial because everyday people help contribute to this. The government did not build this alone. They gave us some money, but the everyday person, everyday people, they came up with their $5 and $10. School kids had ice cream socials to build this. We believe the message that we want to send forth was that when you ask the proverbial question as to who should build the Martin Luther King Memorial, the answer resoundingly ought to be anyone who ever benefited from anything Dr. King said or did. That includes all of us.
The National Birthday Celebration for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. gives us all a chance to reflect on the principles that he believed in and an opportunity to apply them in our daily lives. In his ecumenical book, The Measure of a Man, he wrote, "No matter how small one thinks one's life's work is, he must realize that it has cosmic significance if he is serving humanity and doing the will of God." I'm LeVar Burton. Thank you.
I give you the one and only Stevie Wonder!
Now it doesn't make much sense. Ought to be a longing. Anyone that takes offense at a day in your celebration of the honor in our mind, that there ought to be a time that we can set aside to show just how much we love you, and I'm sure you would agree. But to fit more perfectly, that you have a world party on the day you came to be. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Just never understood how a man who died for good could not have a day that would aside for recognition, because it should never be. Just because you cannot see that dream is where it's he, that they should make it become an illusion. And we all know everything, and in truth our hearts were